This is the Roxanne Show. Get ready. It's time to rise. I don't like to learn. It has nothing to do with that.
Oh, no.
It's just the fucking system.
Yeah. It's
right?
like a brick, and you gotta like put that in your head. Here's a brick. Go ahead. You know, you just smash it in your head. No, I still don't like the systems. I still think it's. Again, so I see it as a system you can break, as in you can. I'll just do it. I'll just fit in, and I'll just do it, and then I'll do whatever anyway.
Yeah.
But I still think it's bullshit. I think it's just so much crap that you don't need, which you can be taught so much other things instead. But I understand why at the same time, but it's difficult to remove or get away from when it's so ingrained in some things. And
yes.
there are some things that are good in the way of, okay, I'm learning how to learn things. Okay, these methods I can do. You also learn how to have patience over long periods of time. But it's also in a bad way. You're just sitting there grinding.
Yeah.
But in some way, in some form, you know, if you have entrepreneurial spirits or you're a free thinker, and you can still use that as tools without falling for, being a brick in the wall. But I still don't like it. I still think it's many times a huge waste of time.
I have to just say something. Matthew, do you remember earlier when I was like, the system is made to, you know exactly. I said to be another brick in the wall.
Yeah. So
I literally but I'm just saying the chances of
Yeah. But I mean, societal things are very difficult to crack. We're human beings, so we're so much different. And again, this is a long conversation, but
good.
Yeah, I mean, it's also a way to civilize certain aspects of society.
Yes.
So, but again, I don't have to agree with all of it, but some parts is at least, I mean, say in Sweden, for example, you're coming from a different country. Here's a space for you where you can be with other people that are not like you. So you can learn a little bit about that, but it has nothing to do with like the school system. It's just the setting can be good for many that maybe they don't have the opportunity to do that. So, okay, that's a great thing. Instead of them falling out of society, less will fall out because they have no connection to society. You know, this is violence hierarchy. That's the only thing that's left. And then we all have to suffer. So it's a kind of a Band-Aid, I think, on a lot of problems. It's like, if we just build these systems and put everybody in the box, at least fewer will fall out. So we crunch a lot of them into little pieces of Lego, which is a bad thing. But then, okay, it's not as many will fall out and cause trouble then.
I think that's a really healthy perspective, and I actually totally agree with you. I think it's healthy to be able to actually see both sides, because you're right. I literally agree with you that I can understand. It doesn't matter if I like it, but certain aspects of it, I can understand the reasoning behind it. Yeah. A lot of it, though, I do not like. Even just from a biological, like, you know, you got kids at 7 a.m. when they should be, you know, sleeping more. Now you're under fucking fluorescent lights and you're sitting all day. And my PT, who's the shit, Lenny, or the shit, he's the PT for the Clippers. Motion is lotion. Motion for the body is lotion.
That's my second name, by the way.
Is it? What is?
Yeah.
Motion?
No, Lenny.
Oh, is it really?
My father named me after Lenny Bruce, the comedian.
Oh, really?
That's where that comes from, by the way.
What's your middle name?
I mean middle name. I meant middle name. Yeah.
Second name. Got
second
it. Okay.
Name, middle name.
So Lion Lenny?
Yeah.
Leon, though?
It's the animal. That's from my grandfather.
Yeah.
It's a song called Simba. That's what that is.
That's badass.
Oh.
How'd you feel growing up with that name? Did you have to live up to something?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
You probably did, though. Without knowing, though. You're like...
perhaps. I don't know.
You're a competitor.
Sure, yeah. Anything might be interesting at least. So.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah, half.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Close, not close?
Close now, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Not before so much. They came quite later. Yeah, and one I just found later, because from my father's side. I probably have more. So probably have lots of...
You know what? Same over here.
Well, then, you know how it goes.
I do, actually.
See? It'll pop up somewhere.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, cool. So, okay. Do you have a favorite race that you won that like really was pivotal for you in your life? Like maybe you had to work harder for it. Maybe there was some fucking story behind it. You were injured, or I don't know. Give me a Rocky story if you got one.
Sure. Now I think my first world gold medal was very important to me. Number one, I'm gonna wind the tape back a little bit here, but so I did track until I was 24. I did sports until I was 24. Okay. And then I was tired of it, and then I did a 9-to-5 career after that. And so I just didn't want to do it anymore. I did it for like 20 years almost, like in my life. I just didn't have the emotional energy to go train every day. So I had 10 years off and I didn't train a single thing, nothing, 10 years. And I was just stressing and eating terribly. And I gained, 60 pounds or something. It was terrible.
Wow.
I thought I was going to die or something. I was just in bad shape. And then, so without going into detail, so I stayed with my grandmother and grandfather on my mother's side for a long time. And it's very important for me. They also were big parts of the discipline side of me. 'Cause, they're born in the 30s through wartime and all that stuff. So just like you go work and then you're appreciative of your food, all this stuff that I think it's important to have as well. To be respectful of that, people just have a finite amount of money and this is what you have. So if there's bread on the table, you eat the bread, and you go work and you do good things. So my grandfather, smoking, he was eating pretty bad, like they did back in the day, like very salty food, and had beer to every meal and lots of, fatty sauces and stuff like every day.
Thanks so much for listening, you guys. Please like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to leave us a 5-star rating and review.